celebration. To allow us all to fully enjoy the show, I have these announcements. First, please turn off all electronic devices, including Blackberries, cell phones, and the like. Our line especially dislikes hearing these devices going off during the show. In case of any emergency, please take note of the exits which are to the rear of the archives. Bathroom facilities are located in the basement, which can be reached by the stairs, which are through the door on my right, followed by a left turn. There's also an elevator which is available in the rear of the archives. There will be one 15-minute intermission and one or candy will be available for purchase. Llewellyn will be the editor. Now, sit back, relax, and enjoy Androcles and the lunch. Hail Caesar!
I'm not taking another step.
Not again, dear. What's the point of stopping every 2 miles to say that you won't go another step? We have to get to the next village by nightfall. There are wild beasts in these woods. Lions, they say.
I don't believe a word of it. You've been threatening me with wild beasts to make me walk the very soul out of my body when I can hardly drag one foot in front of the other, and we haven't seen a lion yet.
Well, dear, do you want to see one?
Oh, you cruel beast! You don't care how tired I am or what's going to happen to me. All you care about is yourself. Self, self, always yourself.
Well, we all must think of ourselves occasionally, dear.
But a man should think of his wife sometimes.
He can't always help it. You do make me think of you a good deal. Not that I blame you.
Blame me? I think not. Is it my fault that I'm married to you?
No, dear. That is my fault.
That's a nice thing to say to me. Aren't you happy with me?
I don't complain, my love.
You ought to be ashamed of yourself.
I am, my dear.
No, you're not. You glory in it.
In what, my dear?
In making me a slave and making yourself a laughingstock. It's not fair. You give me the name of a shrew with your weak ways, always talking as if butter wouldn't melt in your mouth. And just because I look a big, strong woman, and am good-hearted, and a bit hasty, and because you are always making me do things that I'm ashamed of later, people always say, "Oh, that poor man, what a life his wife leads him." If they only knew. You think I don't know what I do? I do!
Yes, I know you do, my dear.
Then why don't you treat me better and be a good husband to me?
What can I do, my dear?
What can you do? What can you do? You can go back to your duty. You can go to your home and your friends. You can sacrifice to the gods as all decent people do, instead of having us hunted out of house and home for being dirty, disreputable, blaspheming atheists.
Oh, I am not an atheist, my dear. I'm a Christian.
That's the same thing, isn't it? Only 10 times worse. The Christians are the very lowest of the low.
Just like us, dear.
Speak for yourself. Don't you compare me to common people. My father owned his own public house, and sorrowful was the day for me that you first came drinking in our bar.
I confess I was addicted to this stuff, my dear, but I gave it up when I became a Christian.
You'd have been better remaining a drunkard. I can forgive a man being addicted to drink. It's only natural. Even I like a drop or two occasionally. What I can't stand is your being addicted to Christianity, and even worse, you're being addicted to animals. How is a wife supposed to keep her house clean when you bring home every lost cat, every stray cur, and every lame duck from the whole countryside, but you take the bread out of my mouth to feed them? You know it's the truth, so don't try to deny it.
Only when they were hungry, dear. You are getting a little stuck.
That's right. Insult me. I can't bear it another minute. You used to sit and speak to those beasts for hours. You never had a word for me.
They don't talk back.
If you're fonder of those beasts than you are of your own wife, then you can live with them here in the jungle. I have had enough of them. I have had enough of you. I am going back. I'm going home.
No, dear. We can't go back. We should starve. We've sold everything. I could be sent to Rome and thrown to the lions.
Serves you right. I wish the lions joy of you. Now, are you going to get out of my way and let me go home?
No, dear.
Then I'm going to continue through the forest. And when I'm eaten by those wild beasts, then you'll know what kind of a wife you've lost.
What is it? What is my oh.
Don't go, Amy. You'll be killed. Come back.
Did you see? A lion.
Oh, the gods have sent him to punish us for your being a Christian. Oh, Andy, take me away. Save me.
Well, Maggie, it'll take him nigh on 20 minutes to eat me. I'm rather stringy and tough, and you can get away in that time.
Oh, don't talk about eating.
Now, you stay away from my wife. Do you hear? Would you come near my wife? Maggie, run. If I take my eye off him, it'll be all up. Oh, he's lame, poor chap. Oh, he's got a thorn in his paw. A frightfully big thorn, too. Oh, now did you get it? Thorn in him, toots and woots and oh, now has it made the lion too sick to eat the nice Christian man? Nice Christian man will get the thorn out for the lion, and then the lion can eat the nice Christian man, and the nice Christian man, his nice big tender wifey fight. Now. Oh, yes. Now. One is not to bite and not to scratch, even if it hurts a very, very little. Did I hurt the sore paw? Oh, yeah. Just one more little pull, and it'll all be over, and you can go about your life happily ever after. No, now. Mustn't be frightened. You're a good, kind doctor. You're affectionate nursey. Now, just one more little pull. Just to show how bravely the lion can withstand a little bit of pain, not like the dry baby Christian man. It's out. Ooh, now, lick, take away the inflammation. Oh, what a clever lion you are. About the pond. Oh, that's right.
You coward! You haven't danced with me for years. Here you are dancing with a brute beast you've only known for 10 minutes and who wants to eat your wife. Coward!
Jesus going on before. Christ the royal master leads against the foe.
Now then, you Christians, none of your larks. The captain's coming. No singing. Look respectful, look serious if you're capable of it. You see that big building over there? That's the Colosseum. That's where you'll be thrown against the lions or sent to fight the gladiators presently. Think of that, and it'll help you to behave properly before the captain. Attention! Salute! Silence!
Centurion?
Sir!
You'll remind your men, Centurion, that we are now entering Rome. You will instruct them, 1, inside the gates of Rome, they are in the presence of the emperor. You will make them understand that this lax discipline of the march cannot be permitted here. 2, instruct them to shave every day, not every week. And 3, impress upon them that there must be an end to this profanity, this blasphemy of singing these Christian hymns on the march. I have to reprimand you, Centurion, for not only allowing it, but doing it yourself.
The men march better, sir.
No doubt. For that reason, an exception is made in the case of the march called Onward Christian Soldiers. It may be sung, except when marching through the forum or within hearing distance of the emperor's palace. But the words must be altered to, throw them to the lions.
Silence! Keep silence, sir. Is that the way to listen to an officer? Beg your pardon, sir. That's what we have to deal with all the time for these Christians. They're always laughing and singing and joking something scandalous. They have no religion. That's how it is.
But I think the captain meant us to laugh. It was so funny.
You'll find out how funny it is when you're thrown to the lions tomorrow. Beg your pardon, sir.
You are to instruct your men that all intimacy with the Christian prisoners must now cease. The men have fallen into habits of dependence upon the prisoners, especially the female prisoners, for cooking, repairs to uniforms, writing letters, and advice in their private affairs. In a Roman soldier, such dependence is inadmissible. Let me see no more of it when we're in the city. Also, your orders are that in addressing Christian prisoners, the manners and tone of your men must express abhorrence and contempt. Any shortcoming in this respect will be considered a breach of discipline. Prisoners?
Prisoners, attention!
I call your attention, prisoners, to the fact that you will be called upon to appear in the imperial circus from any time tomorrow on, according to the requirements of the managers. I may inform you that there is a shortage of Christians just now, and you may be expected to be called upon very soon.
What will they do to us, Captain?
Silence!
The women will be conducted into the arena with the wild beasts of the imperial menagerie and suffer the consequences. The men, if of an age to bear arms, will be given weapons to defend themselves, if they choose, against the imperial gladiators.
Captain, is there no hope that this persecution...
Silence! Keep silence. Persecution indeed.
Persecution is not a term applicable to the emperor. The emperor is the defender of the faith. Throwing you to the lions will be upholding the interest of religion in Rome. If you were to throw him to the lions, that would no doubt be persecution.
Silence! Keep silence, sir. Did anyone ever hear the like of this?
Captain, there will be no one to appreciate your jokes when we are gone.
I call the attention of the female prisoner Lavinia to the fact that the emperor is a divine personage. The imputation of cruelty is not only treason, but sacrilege. I point out further that there's no foundation for the charge, as the emperor does not desire any prisoner should suffer, nor that any Christian be harmed except through his or her own obstinance. All that's necessary is to sacrifice to the gods, a simple, convenient ceremony effected by dropping a pinch of incense on the altar, after which the prisoner will be set free. Under such circumstances, you have only